Oh my gosh! There were a bunch of quails in here. I just spooked them. You know, they say that the first mile and the last mile are the very hardest. It's the first mile to get going and the last mile before you finish. And they were not wrong, that is for sure. This last mile on this build has been an absolute challenge, and it's hard to not get discouraged. You know, we're so close to this finish line, and man, we've run into some really big problems here at the end, and yesterday was really defeating. Overland Expo is only 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks, and I don't have a tent on the rig. That is the level that we're at of me trying not to panic. Ooh, welcome. My camper is in pieces again. Oh, you guys, this has been such a handful. But with getting back from Washington to here to Boise, I had 3 goals that was like, we have to get this done. This is the 3 things that we need to do to this camper so that I can actually use it. Like, this thing isn't usable yet, and it looks great and looks amazing, but I literally cannot use it. So number one thing that I undertook and wanted to check off the list was actually the latches on the door. So I chose the wrong latches. Never go with a round latch, because it just spins in its housing under any sort of tension. So that was a mistake on my part. I chose wrong. I thought they were gonna be really cool, and I thought they would work. They don't work. They don't work. Planes flying over. So round latches, don't do it. But it also wouldn't seal very well. That was an angle issue that, like, we needed to bring the door out more to be able to get a good seal. So I figured that out. But then, of course, in all of my trying to fix the door and all of that, I actually stripped a rib nut, and now it's spinning in place internally and I can't get the screw out, and I done screwed myself with that. So yesterday kind of got to a point where it was like, you're just breaking stuff, you're making it worse, you need to stop. Go eat something, stop, take a break. It was bad. Anyway, still messing with the doors. So right, the doors are kind of a key thing, right? You need the doors to close, you need the doors to seal, keep water out. So that's been fun. Number 2. The number 2 thing on my list was the bed. There's no mattress up there. And the bed wasn't done. I can't sleep in the thing. So bed was number 2. Like, we need to get the bed in here. We need to, you know, I need a place to sleep, right? The platform's in, got the struts in, and that all works. We're not gonna put the mattress in until everything else is done, because it'll take up so much space and there won't be any hope of getting it out of here once, like, the tent is secure. So that was number 2. We're still not even there yet, but at least we made progress on the bed. And it's got struts, so it goes up and down. That's cool. And number 3, which is probably one of the more important ones of all, tent material. We've had this tent done for 2 months now, so it's been done. Our mistake for probably not test fitting it earlier, but come to realize it's the wrong size halfway through it. So it fits all beautifully in the back. You're coming through the wedge. It still fits, By the time it hits the struts and comes forward into the wedge, the dimensions are wrong and it's too small. So we can't get it to latch or to screw, rivet in place along the wedge up to the front. It's too short. So who knows whether the wrong dimensions were sent or the wrong dimensions were understood and built into it, but like, we fought it all day yesterday trying to get the tent material on, and then we just realized like, uh-oh, it's not gonna work. And I'm supposed to leave today to drive to Salt Lake to get a cracked manifold fixed. It's so great, guys. So anyway, that's what's going on. And these 3 things are still not done. Me driving out here today, this won't be ready. And that was the goal. Like, let's just do these 3 things so I can at least camp in it. Have a tent, have a bed, have doors that work, you know? And I can't. So we're here at the finish line. It looks great, doesn't it? Looks good. And I can't use it. So it's incredibly defeating and very disheartening and very discouraging that I'm not there yet, you know? So what do you do, right? I guess adapt and overcome. You just have to keep working through the challenges, and this has been nothing but challenges on this build. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we have to see what our options are as far as fixing the tent, as far as everything else goes. And then I guess maybe I have to come back up here. That was not in my plans. That's not how I planned this to go. But I might have to make the drive back to Salt Lake to come back here to get more stuff done, spend more days on this. Like, it's exhausting. So under normal circumstances, one of the ways that I am able to fund living on the road is that I actually map trails for Onyx Off-Road. Some people know that and have seen, you know, me towing my dirt bike around, and that's why. It's because I use the dirt bike to map trails and document them and collect data for Onyx Off-Road. It's pretty cool. It's a sweet gig. However, kind of need a truck and a dirt bike to do that, you know, be able to camp out, way out where these trails are at. And seeing is that it's been 8 months and the camper's in the shop, I haven't been able to use it. Contrary to what I think people believe, this build isn't free. It's not exactly sponsored in the sense that, hey, you just get this cool truck and camper for free and that it's all just handed to me. Like, no, dude, not at all, not even close. I have invested a lot into this. There was a lot of saving and a lot of hard work to get to the point that I could afford this, but 8 months into this is definitely further than I thought and longer than I thought, and I'm starting to get a little scared on the financial side, and I'll admit it, you know, because that's reality. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what you gotta do, but man, I'm spooked for sure. Internally, I'm freaking out. Regardless, somehow, some way, make it through, but I don't mean to complain. Don't get me wrong. I'm very excited for what this is, what it's becoming, but it's not without its challenges. And I'm not gonna hide that or fake that from you guys. Like, this has been really hard. It's been really hard for me emotionally, mentally, and now bleeding into financially. Like, it's spooky. It's really spooky. And I keep telling myself, it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off, it's gonna be great once I get to enjoy it, it's gonna be awesome, all this stuff, but just to get to that point, we're right there at the finish line, and yet, Dude! Oh my goodness, look at that. I drilled through, almost through the screw. But I wanted to drill enough to catch the rib nut that's in there and get this guy off. It got so cross-threaded. That's what happened. Oh man, I can't believe that worked. Had to sacrifice the door a little bit and put this guy in there, but damn. Oh, one more thing off the list. That's good. That's good, because now I can redo that rib nut maybe, or just patch it. Put the door back on. It's a little win, but I will take that win. Yes! Crisis averted. I got a new rib nut in it. You see that? New rib nut. Okay. So now this door should work. Wish me luck, guys. Task done. Door works. Onward. Woo! Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm driving at the moment. So we made the call. What happened was that, so we pulled the tent material off. We got it over to the guys that made it, saying, hey, this is the situation, this is what's going on. They said, no problem, we'll get it fixed. It's going to take a couple of days. Fortunately, you don't have to remake the whole thing. They can just fix it. And so, yeah, that's a few days out though. And so I need to go to these appointments. Unfortunately, it's not something that I can reschedule. That's what it is, I guess. So the 5-hour trek south begins. Go back to my Salt Lake City stomping grounds, maybe see a friend or two and get the truck fixed and drive back up here. And then we've got 2 or 3 days to get everything done that we didn't get done. I need some good vibes, guys. Send them my way if you will. That would be awesome. I'm about to drive into some nasty weather. I see ahead. There are some dark storm clouds and there is a mad headwind right now. Oh, I got a rock sign. Yeah. Well, that was cool. That guy driving by that was cool. Aw, rad. Anyway, we'll see how this thing does in the rain that I'm about to drive into. One hell of an experience doing this build. to Salt Lake. Hopefully things go well in the next few days with all the stuff I've got going on, and get this truck running good again. This is your badass brunette signing off for this episode. I will see you guys on the next video.